I don't know what's happening now. Yesterday was an emotional roller coaster in the best way. So, I don't know, but we're gonna see. Whatever patch we're in, I don't even know. Everything after 3.3 chronologically is a question mark. Master Strife, you are come at a most excellent time. An invitation from a truly preeminent personage was delivered to the manor but a short while ago. Would that you had been present to receive it, but in any event, Sir Emeric de Borel, Lord Speaker of the House of Lords, Lord Commander of the Temple Knights, and Viscount of House Borel, cordially invites Master Strife to dine with him at his estate. You seem surprised. The messenger assured me that his lord had broached the subject with you at an earlier date, when the arrangements for the peace conference were still being finalized. Of course, the intervening moons afforded little opportunity for leisure, but with the happy advent of peace, 'tis plain the Lord Commander sees no further cause to delay. What say you? To be honest, I'd rather not. The second one would be me. I'm gonna do the second one just to see what the response is. You would ask me? Well, I'm sure that as a personal friend of Sir Emeric, you are at liberty to wear whatever you deem appropriate. That said, when in doubt, a man of note could do far worse than an alpine coat. At least, that is what Lord Eminelane has been heard to say. When you're ready, pray report to the Astrologicum. A man of House Borel shall be waiting near there to escort you the rest of the way. Alright. You know, on my alt, I have the bag to be like all one window with no tabs. I might change that back to the way it is here. I kind of go back and forth though. Where am I going? Where the hell? Ah, okay. I'll just port to that. I have to assume, given that this is post expansion stuff, that we're entering the bridge between Heavensward proper and Stormblood. But we'll see. I'm hoping things come to a head, and you know, even though we saw the cutscene last night where we closed the book on Heavensward, literally, but hopefully we get an inkling what Stormblood might be. Greetings and well met, Master Strife. I have the honor and privilege to serve as head steward of House Borel, although admittedly, our staff is somewhat smaller than those of the other noble families, being countable on one hand. My lord will be overjoyed to hear that you have accepted his invitation. As you will soon see, we have spared no expense. Hey Ariel, how's it going this fine Saturday night? I dare say a man of action such as yourself enjoys nary a moment respite. Aye, the battlefield beckons even now, I'm sure. But for this day, we bid you lay down your burdens and raise a glass to peace and prosperity. Oh crap, I forgot to wear the I forgot to wear the suit. Whatever. It's not like he cares. Literally just wearing the same armor I've been wearing.
To think the Moogles would prove such harsh taskmasters. Forgive me. I did not know you had suffered so in your quest for the horn.
Oh yeah. Those silly quests that we had to do. I remember. This is nice. A nice little personal dinner between the two of us.
I must say, your spirited accounts always come as a welcome change from the arid reports which fill my days.
No, thank you. I don't drink. Or maybe I just refuse because of history. My face. It's taken a while, hasn't it?
In these lands my entire life. To hear you speak of them, there is much and more I have yet to see. Truly, yours was a marvelous journey.
Oh no, that's a joke on the amount of drinks I've had in-game. I had a drink last night, actually. Canadian... It's called Canadian Club Whiskey. A relative brought it in, and, you know, it's been in the cabinet, so I tried it out. It's 40% alcohol, so it's pretty strong, but it's also a little spicy. I don't know. I'm kind of whatever about it, personally, but... Don't tell me poisoning people's wine is common here. I'll only say this. It's happened twice. Once to me directly, in-game. So, I wouldn't be surprised if my character had a little PTSD on that, to be fair.
Long and arduous, aye. Not unlike the journey that Ishgard has at last embarked upon, thanks to the efforts of you and yours. By your deeds, you have helped us to lay the foundation for lasting reform. The formation of the Republic is but the beginning. For it is not only our system of governance which must needs change. We, the people, must learn to let go of our hatreds and rise above our bloody past. I only pray that I live long enough to see us achieve some measure of success, that I might know the lost did not die in vain. I can still see you there on the steps of faith, striding fearlessly towards the worm. If you could do that, who are we to balk at the challenges ahead? The question of how best to strengthen ties with the other great nations of Eorzea has been debated at length in the Lords and Commons of late. As you may imagine, maintaining stability during this period of historic upheaval is our paramount concern, Nevertheless, we are greatly indebted to the Alliance for their support during the Grand Melee, and it would be remiss of us not to repay their faith in kind. Of course, we owe you the greatest debt of all, and it is my hope that in extending our support to you and the Scions, we might also express our gratitude to our neighbors, nay, our fellow Eorzeans, whom we pray you will continue to protect. The Lords and Commons agree on very little, but not a soul in either house begrudges your order this offer of patronage. For all you have done and will do, we thank you.
Yeah, no worries. It's just, you know, it's what I do.
May I ask a personal question?
Sure.
Now that the dust has settled, what will you do? Not as a scion, I mean, but what do you want for yourself?
Am I allowed to answer that? 'Cause...
Lord Commander, pray forgive the interruption.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Can we have a moment's peace?
News from House Fulton.
An urgent message for the Warrior of Light. I was instructed to deliver it without delay. Master Thancred returned to the manor a short time ago, bearing an injured maiden. Master Leveilleur and Mistress Tataru are tending to her wounds, but they like not her chances. Respectfully, my lord, they have requested the Warrior of Light's immediate presence.
You must go to them, my friend, and I shall go with you.
Are you kidding me? I just want a moment's peace.
For every ending marks a new beginning.
Just a moment's peace would be nice. Who is talking right now?
From tragedy and sacrifice, we rise to greet a new dawn. As did he. Only to be drawn unto another battlefield, another cause, as if by fate.
Oh no.
Yes.
Oh shit, it's Alice.
Alize, Alphinaud's twin sister. She ran afoul of the Warriors of Darkness.
What?
I had been tracking them since the ceremony at Falcon's Nest. Little did I know I was not the only one. Evidently, she had learned of their activities and attempted to shadow them on her own. Poorly. I rescued her in the Twelveswood, and together we fled north. But though I made every effort to cover our tracks, they caught up with us on the Ishgardian border. And in the ensuing struggle, Alize took an arrow to the shoulder. 'Twas only after we had made good our escape that I realized it was poisoned.
Thank you for coming so quickly. And you, Sir Emmerich.
Think nothing of it. How is she?
We have done all we can for now. Although the immediate danger has passed, the poison yet lingers in her blood. We came to Eorzea together, hoping to bring salvation to the realm our grandfather gave his life to protect. But when confronted with the bitter realities of its politics and its petty powermongers, she was driven to anger and to doubt. She refused to become embroiled in what she termed Eorzea's squabbles and distance herself from the Scions. Though she remained hopeful of a brighter future, she would walk her own path. Would that it had not been so perilous. For all our differences, she's as dedicated as any Scion to the salvation of Eorzea. But more than that, she is my sister. To be reunited with her, only to lose her forever. Gods, even to speak the words.
Take heart, Master Alphino. She will be attended by our most skilled chirurgeons. Bear Mistress Leveilleur to the infirmary at once. Apprise Captain Whitecape of the situation, and inform him that she is to be treated as my personal charge.
Wait, don't go. Please, come closer. The warriors of darkness are in league with the Ascians. Slaughtering the primals is but the first step in their plan. They make for Zelvatol to bring about Garuda's summoning and to kill her. You must stop them.
I shall inform the others at once.
Master Thancred, I would ask that you accompany Mistress Leveilleur to the infirmary. Your knowledge of her injuries may well prove useful in determining her treatment.
Of course.
Surely they won't let her. Yes, I know. We must trust in Captain Whitecape and his chirurgeons. Did they not bring Estenian back from the very brink of death? I'm uncomfortably reminded of how he mocked me for praying at his bedside for days on end. What say you, my friend? Shall we turn our attention to a matter whose conclusion we have yet have the power to influence? What options do we have? Spaghetti carbonara, Wildwood scrambled eggs, and heavenly eggnog. I mean, what's... Oh, well, I like Italian, so I would have the spaghetti, and it's for, it's got stats for my tank, so I think I'll take that. Otherwise, I'd have the eggnog, personally. I don't like having eggnog all the time, but during, you know, 'tis the season, absolutely. Grounded orchestration roll. Shadows of the First. What are we gonna be on about? So the Warriors of Darkness and the Ascians are conspiring to bring about Garuda's summoning. That they might put her to the sword. Then when we first encountered them in Loth Astnath, they were confronting Ravana. Gods, has this been their aim all along? What do you tend to do, Master Alphino? There's much more I do not understand, but I know this. A primal summoning cannot be ignored. Alice risked her life to uncover this plot, and we squander her gift at her peril. Teha, will you accompany me to Zelfatol and help me stop the exile's ritual? She's like, come on, man, leave it to me. I'll get it done. Eggnog season is fairly close now that I think. Yeah, I mean that it crept up on me that Halloween is so close, and then there's Thanksgiving, then Christmas. Before you know it, it's 2022. It's crazy, man. Given that Ishgard shares a border with the Ixali homeland, we have a vested interest in the outcome of this ritual. We've been willing to suffer the Beastmen's intrusions into Coerthan lands to a point, but summoning of a primal is an escalation we cannot abide. You shall have our fastest airship, Master Alphino. The mountains of Zelfatol are not easily traversed, but this endeavor demands all haste. The gesture is most appreciated, Sir Emmerich, but I fear an aerial approach is destined to fail. This is their homeland, after all, and Ixali dirigibles are not to be underestimated. No, experience tells me the only conceivable approach is by land. I believe it would be wiser to cross into Zelfatol by way of the mountain pass east of Camp Dragonhead. In that case, I shall send instructions for a contingent of the camp's knights to be placed at your disposal. They will secure you a safe passage through the mountains and escort you thence to Zelfatol. Yeah. Though my men are unqualified to confront a primal, they are more than capable of contending with the Ixal. We should be glad of their assistance, Lord Edmund. In the event Mistress Alice regains consciousness, we will share with you any additional information she may provide. May the Fury watch over and keep you safe. Let us be off. We can procure any additional supplies we require in Camp Dragonhead. Alright. May as well port there now. Have you everything you require then? Excellent. The entrance to the pass is north of Natalan and due east of Camp Dragonhead. Though it's normally guided by a score of Ixali warriors, I have been informed by House Forton knights have already dispatched them. The enemy's gate lies open. We need but walk through. Meanwhile, poor Moogle over here, carrying a bag for the next 10,000 years. Poor guy. Master Strife, Master Alphino. As you can see, the gate is ours. Be advised that our scouts are reporting increased activity around the first mountain. Simply put, they're up to something, and I don't want anyone interfering. We stand ready to escort you to Zelfatol and aid you as you see fit. Given the numbers we are like to encounter, a two-pronged approach may be best. While the knights and I feign a larger attack to draw the Ixal's attention, I suggest you and yours attempt to slip past their defenses and locate the site of the summoning ritual. If the gods are good, you should only have to deal with some few patrols, but if they are not, you may be forced to do battle with the warriors of darkness. Wanted to check like what the item level recommendation was. Not that it matters, I'm already overpowered anyways. Oh god, we gotta deal with frogs now. Again. Fuck. That scared the shit out of me. Whoa. Okay. Now what? Oh, so we gotta hit him like that? It's a big complex they built. Even if it's made of wood. It's alright. I'll pass on that. First and foremost, since I don't have Dragoon leveled in any way. Otherwise, I would take that. Oh, neat. That's a cute ride. Whee! I like the wings on him. What's this about? Oh, the helmet on you. Alright, bring it on. Let's go. I'm gonna kick you off the platform. God damn, the music in this dungeon, dude. Holy shit. Not bad. So far, nothing out of the ordinary. Let's see what happens after a certain period. So he spawned Garuda then. What the hell? Oh, easy fight. That was nothing. I like his design though. It's very like werewolf Egyptian looking. Ancient Egyptian looking. I got something apparently. Yay! GG. Oh, everyone left. No commendations for you. Hey, but I got one. Sweet.
Thank the gods. What happened?
Quite a bit. Fought some bird people.
So they were unable to see the ritual to its completion. Then Garuda is no longer a threat, and whatever the Ascians and the Warriors of Darkness were planning has come to naught. But we should not tarry. The knights have secured our path to safety.
Well, well. What do we have here? You'd better not have killed the primal without us.
Who are you? Oh, hi. You're late, by the way. You guys don't know about color, do you? About your glamours? None of you?
You!
Wait, I know you. Still walking, I see. I could have sworn my aim was true.
Just what is your game? Leading us a long way so these fools could step in and claim our prize?
Oh shit. I just realized who that is. Maybe not. Maybe not.
No, no. Let's not make hasty accusations. By the look of things, the ritual was proceeding as planned.
I don't want to speak too soon, but I recognize the hair and I see the ears and I'm like, did that guy just try to...
We arrived at the appointed hour. 'Twas they who erred.
Try to like 007 the Warriors of Darkness or something.
It is hopeless. We cannot face them all.
Do mine ears deceive? A boy! So that's the way of it. Twins! You had me worried for a moment there. Know that I will happily make it quicker for you, if you just stand still.
Enough, Jarumal. We wouldn't want to upset the man in white with any unnecessary bloodshed now, would we?
The man in white.
You've been awfully busy since we were kind enough to spare your lives.
While you were idly consorting with the Asians, you mean? 7 hells! What could you possibly hope to achieve?
Should I explain it to you? Very well. Consider it a reward of sorts for beating us here. You know the tale of Hydaelyn and Zodiac, I take it? Of the Great Sundering and the reflections it created?
Across 10 and 3 they were divided. Reflections of the source, each possessed of shards of light and dark.
Just so. One of those reflections, the one nearest to the source, is our home. And we were the heroes blessed with her light. But not all worlds hold light and dark in equal measure. In ours, the power of light was greater by far. So the Asians, who once threatened our home, were no match. And they fell before us, one after another, till none were left. Victory, we thought. And then came the light. A flood of pure, blinding radiance, annihilating shadow and color and life itself. Ere long, it will consume our world, leaving naught in its wake but blank perfection.
I see. So there was no variety. Is that why their clothes look so pale?
That cannot be. Do you honestly expect us to believe such a story?
Believe what you like. But it has happened before, on a world far removed from ours. The 13th, which was swallowed by the dark and transformed into what you call the Void. Unchallenged light would condemn us to a similar fate. And so we joined hands with our former enemies, and with their aid came here, to the source. For there is but one way to restore the balance and save our home. The Ardor. Calamitous destruction with the power to break down the barriers between planes and see our worlds rejoined.
You would doom our world to save your own? What would even become of us? Of you?
Enough. I tire of talking. You know our cause. You know what is at stake. We are prepared to do whatever it takes. Are you?
Okay, they escaped. So? Did he have to do that?
If there is aught you would say, say it. Otherwise, begone. You have no friends here.
You say that, Alphino, but... I have thoughts and I have questions. I have a lot more questions. I have things, you know, boiling in my head right now. I don't know what they mean though. All things considered, we should be grateful to have survived the encounter. Do you think it could be true that to save their world they must bring ruin to ours? No. No, it matters not. Such wanton destruction is beyond justification. Whatever their reasons, they must be stopped. Their sacrifice, the loss, it ends here. Two sides of a coin. Forgive me, this is neither the time nor the place for idle introspection. The knights can apprise Lord Edmund of our success, and we the Lord of Commander. More importantly, I should like to see if my sister's condition is improved. You may take a moment for yourself if you wish. I will be at the congregation. I don't even know. I just realized that's my minion. I thought that was someone else's. I mean, there's quite a bit confusing details to report on, so. Brings me joy to see you safely return to us, Teha. What news from Zephlator? Then we were not too late. On behalf of Ishgard, I offer you my deepest thanks. As for we who remain behind, Mistress Yustola has been tending to Mistress Alice in your absence. I'm pleased to report that she has regained consciousness. I imagine you have many questions, especially given your recent encounter with the Warriors of Darkness. I know I do. Come, let me show you to her room. Do not worry, her condition is much improved. She's a resilient one, much like her brother.
Alize, how are you feeling?
Well enough, brother. Thanks to the kindness of our hosts. They told me you had departed for Zelfatol while I was still abed. I slept much better knowing that. Thank you.
I take it your mission was a success.
As if we needed any further confirmation that they are in league with the Ascians. But to save another world? I think not.
I too thought his story fanciful at first. But it is possible there may be a kernel of truth in all of this. At the very least, none of his claims contradict the word's account.
You were following these people, Alize. Why?
During my travels, I had oft enjoyed tales of the Scions and their exploits. But after a time, I began to hear whispers of a gifted and theretofore unknown band of adventurers. Adventurers who had supposedly sworn to travel the realm slaying primals in the Scion's stead.
The Warriors of Darkness. And in the course of investigating these rumors, you stumbled upon the Ascians' involvement.
Yes, exactly.
Forgive me, but if these Warriors of Darkness mean to bring about another calamity, to what end do they hunt primals?
To prompt an escalation. To deepen the beast tribe's feelings of helplessness and despair, and thereby drive them to summon ever more powerful gods. And lest we forget, these events do not occur in isolation. With their patron deities being slain left and right, The news of man's victory over Nidhogg must surely have sown panic in the minds of the beastmen. 'Tis no wonder they wish to defend themselves.
Power answered with greater power. Death with more death. A vicious cycle fueled by fear and hatred. I know it's like all too well.
Indeed. The Ascians sow discord and desperation, and the warriors of darkness reap the harvest. And so it continues. Yet that is not the extent of their ambitions. The Ascian himself observed that once the powerless realize that the old gods have failed them, they will have little recourse but to look to a new one.
We cannot let that happen.
It should come as no surprise, but Alize and I have uncovered evidence that the Ascians have been manipulating certain parties to ensure that a constant stream of crystals flows into the hands of the beast tribes. If we sever these supply lines, we should at least be able to slow the escalation.
Agreed. Kral and I shall journey to Zelphatol and learn what we can of the Ixal's source.
Then I, for my part, pledge to lead a similar investigation into the origin of the Nath supply.
Sir Emmerich?
As a member of the Eorzean Alliance, Ishgard is honor bound to play an active role in maintaining the security of the realm. You might also say that I have some personal motivation, given the Ascians' dealings with my father. However, I make no secret of the fact that my knowledge of primal beings is scant at best. As such, I should be most grateful if one of your order were to assist me.
Allow me, Sir Emmerich. I have dealt with the Nath before.
Is it just me, or is Thancred a different voice actor?
Let us consult with Orianja then. Given his dedication to the study of primal beings, I should be surprised if he could not tell us something of value.
Allow me to accompany you, brother. And before you think to refuse, know that I am not the girl I once was. I shall not be a burden. You have my word.
But Alize, you... You are more than welcome. After all, it was you who set us upon this path.
Nodders.
Wait a minute. I'm afraid I can't allow you to leave just yet. Not until you try on the new outfit I prepared for you.
I'll be honest, I forgot Tataru was even there. I thought she was in another room or something. Oh man. It's weird that Thancred sounds so different. Like, again, like he sounded one way in Realm Reborn. Slightly different, but similar in Heavensward. And it's still Heavensward now, but now he sounds quite different even then. So, I wonder what that's about. Either way. Would I be right in assuming that you've not spoken with my sister since one of the memorial services, was it? By the 12, it seems a lifetime ago. I should like to think we have both grown since then. I mean, I certainly have. My apologies for keeping you waiting. That looks okay. Alright. that was a whole shot right there. Right then, shall we be off? I'll be honest, because of the Endwalker trailer, I know how her look changes. And I like that look better than this one. Tataru never ceases to impress, though for a moment I fear she might furnish you with an identical outfit. Praise the 12 she did not. Mother and father were rather too fond of making us wear matching clothes. Do you remember that time in the studium when that girl of yours crept up behind me in the hall and whispered, Sister, please, she was not my... I mean, can we not have this conversation in front of the Warrior of Light? Some girl talking dirty to Alice thinking that she's Alphino, that's funny. So be it, another time perhaps. It is an honor, Teha. I realize we're barely acquainted, but having heard so much about you, it hardly feels that way. I've been meaning to ask about the carriage. Pleasure to have you with us. The carriage? You know what? Yeah, no, well, because these two were one of the first people I saw in the entire game, right? They were in the carriage that brought me into Ul'dah when I was at level 1, so... I want to see what she says about it. Ah yes, the carriage that so fortuitously arrived to spirit us away from Ul'dah after the banquet. The driver informed me that I had my sister to thank for his presence in Ul'dah. How did you know to send help? Oh, drunken brass blades are even less discreet than sober ones. Unfortunately, by the time I learned of the plot, it was too late to do anything more. Frankly, I'm still amazed Brent managed to find you. New garments aside, I must say that you seem different, more resolute than we last met. You have the look of a woman who's ready to fight for the future of Eorzea. To the extent of my abilities, perhaps, but I have no delusions of grandeur, nor will I pretend to have found myself or any such thing. I'm here today because I would regret it if I weren't, that's all. Fair enough. Let us depart for the Waking Sands then, and see if Yorion J can be of assistance. Oh, this should be a hoot. Remember when I said I had thoughts? Oh boy. I mean, it's like there's what, 2 different parts of the game, 2 different cutscenes that just spill it all out, and seeing Yorion J now after the cutscene we just experienced after the dungeon is like the game is gonna start pushing the narrative of whatever the hell that's about. It feels like. You know what? I like how I still have a fair voucher from like 2 events ago. My second to last Vesper Bay Aetheryte ticket. I'm gonna miss these envelopes. They lasted 2 whole expansions. But they gotta be used at some point. Ah, memories. Dun, 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 dun. What's going on, dude? Yorion J. Apologies for calling upon you unannounced. Why, Master Alphino, would that the scholar had seen fit to grant me the knowledge of thy coming. What bringeth thee and thine here this day? The warriors of darkness have returned. Pray allow us to explain. I too have heard tales in recent days of primal beings rising up only to be cast down by forces unknown. Alas, thou didst observe, this serveth but to spur the beast tribes to pursue their goals with redoubled fervor. We have 2 objectives at this time, to identify and remove the source of the beast tribes' crystals, and to take direct action to prevent any further summoning rituals from reaching completion. The second is easier said than done, of course, While we were fortunate enough to learn of the exiles' plans before they came to fruition, I should be surprised if the Warriors of Darkness and the Asians did not have similar designs elsewhere, of which we have no knowledge. Thou wert wise to come hither. For this very day did I receive tidings most troubling from across the Strait of Melthor. O Gomorrah stareth, and there are whispers of that the Lord of Crags neareth his return. Mere rumors, mark thou, but in light of thine own discoveries. Thou canst ill afford to turn a deaf ear to their claims. Aye, we must ascertain the truth of the matter for ourselves. Let us consult with the Maelstrom forces stationed at Camp Overlook, Teha. Thank you for your counsel, Urianger. Pray inform us should you learn aught else. I shall. Now Alice knows. Alice and she knows exactly what's going on, and she's synced up with what I'm speculating right now about all this. If I may, brother, Urianger, is there anything else you would like to say? Alice? If not, then never mind. I only ask because you're normally rather more verbose. Nothing to add. Very well. Ere we depart, I wish to make a request. The Warriors of Darkness spoke of how the Ardor had the power to break down the barriers between planes. That our worlds might be rejoined, I would ask that you research this for us. Break down the barriers between planes. Being nowhere near as well read as you, I'm sure I wouldn't know where to begin. That said, I have heard tell of a promising tome, the Geruun Oracles. Mayhap you could start there. By thy leave. Camp Overlook, was it? Very well. Alice say, oh, she's sharp. Oh, she's sharp. She knows. She saw the cutscene. She played the game. Actually, I'm gonna be honest. That brings a few things in question regarding these quests. Two sides of a coin. Yeah. Wait, that's the name of the quest. Why is that even an option? Okay. I'm not sure I understood any of that, but... Unidentified. I really should do these. Because I don't know where the story's gonna go. And I would hope that the devs didn't make it so that whatever is going on with Urianger doesn't affect my ability to accept those quests later on. Seven hells. At this rate, I'll have to appeal to Maelstrom Command for reinforcements. Whatever it is, we don't want any. Oh, well, fancy that. Just when my kobold problems look like coming to a head. Signs of the seventh dawn turn up, itching to pitch in. Bloody brilliant timing is what it is. Right then, let's get to it. So our friendly neighbors in Ulgamero have got much more aggressive as of late, just as you said. Matter of fact, our scouts spotting one sniffing about the stores just now, likely looking to make off with an armful of crystals. I'll be damned if I'm about to let that happen. Lend a hand and help us search the camp for a little bugger, would you? Our Maelstrom friends seem notably more agitated than we first arrived. Do you happen to know why that might be? Kobold in the camp, you say? That would appear to corroborate Yurion J's information, yes. But to be so reckless as to infiltrate a Maelstrom camp and draw attention to their efforts is passing strange. Well, there'll be time to think on this later. For the present, we must do everything in our power to prevent Titan's summoning. And that means finding and questioning this kobold. And questing. Ah, there he is. Koboldling. So small, look at him. Get back here, you little rascal. Stay back. Far away back. I'm not... God, it's no use. Pointless. Hopeless. No use. And he just runs. I mean, I'm not gonna kill him if that's what he's thinking. Damn, this is a nice hiding place, actually. Please don't hurt me. I only wish to talk. Yes, just talk. Gah! Okay. Normally it's not a habit for me to to hiccup or anything like that during a stream. Or just in life, just during a stream. This was a stupid plan. Stupid. But if I tell no one, then everyone will... God, he found me again. What to do. I come in peace, only to talk, speak, say, talk. So please, do not hurt me. So this is our wily kobold infiltrator, is it? No, I wonder the soldiers were on edge. He could very well give one a bruised knee. Huzzah, we've got him. Fine work, scions. So, little one, thought you could sneak into my camp, did you? Plotting to steal my crystals, were you? No, I came to talk, to ask for help. When your soldiers saw me, they drew their weapons and shouted, and I... Now, let us all take a deep breath and discuss this like civilized individuals. What was your name, child? Pickman Gabu of the 620th Order. At least, I will be a Pickman one day. Well met, Gabu. I'm Alphina, and this is my sister Alice. Teha, the man who found you, is our friend. And now that we know you know our names, we can be friends too. Now, Commander Bloyden here thinks you wanted to take his crystals, Gabu. But you said you came to ask for help. Why to us and why not your own people? What happened, Gabu? Can you tell us? No one's going to hurt you, alright? Not while we're here. I promise. The Patriarch, well, the Patriarch is going to summon the Great Father again, and you have to stop him, beat him, fight him, stop him. Ah, right. Yeah. Gabu's parents said they didn't want it, along with many others, but the Patriarch wouldn't listen. He was so angry, raging, fuming, angry. He said that if he didn't have iron in their hearts, they would serve as coke for the furnace. And then the guards took my parents and the others away, and I haven't seen any of them since. Coke for the furnace? I did not want to believe it, but I've heard tales of folk fashioned from the bones of beastmen, which worshippers use in their rituals, hoping to summon more powerful incarnations of their gods. By the 12, that is sickening. No one listens to Gabu, no matter how much he cries, pleads, begs, and cries. They do not listen, only talk about punishing the overdwellers and praising the Great Father. Gabu loves the Great Father, but he loves his parents too. So please, help Gabu stop the Patriarch and save his parents. Commander, advise Maelstrom Command that Titan's summoning is imminent. Should the worst come to worst, we will require their support. Time being of the essence, we three will attempt to infiltrate the Cobalt stronghold, secure their crystals, and free the prisoners. Hey, Griever. Well, if you're sure, you'll forgive me if I don't seem optimistic. We'll make ready just in case. Just checking in, got carried away with 14. I mean, I know the feeling. I was looking at Discord. I saw that you managed to speed run quite a bit in levels, which is crazy. I used to have like a piece of gear that would boost XP, but I think that only goes up to level 30. So, hope you have a good stream. I'm gonna sleep. Alright, good night. Sleep well, dude. Yeah, level 3 at the moment was level 5. Jesus. Hopefully you get a good rest, though. Yeah, the XP ring. I have faith that we may yet stop the ritual. We would surely have detected the associated etheric disturbance had Titan manifested already. But I cannot speak for the prisoners. 12 have mercy, that they would even contemplate sacrificing their own flesh and blood, brothers and sisters, mothers and fathers. Good night, dude. Sweet dreams. Also, Zach Sap TTV, thank you for following. Appreciate it. Time is of the essence. We must see what else Gabu knows and formulate a plan without further delay. Alright, we gotta save some families. Let's get it done. I heard Great Father Titan loves crystals, cherishes, covets, loves them. And we gather enough, he will return. That's why the Patriarch told everyone to go forth and gather them. So I was thinking, if we take all the crystals away, maybe the Great Father won't come. Very good, Gabu. Was just thinking the same thing. Do you know where these crystals are stored? I know. Oh. Several spots, each defended by a different order. Gabu wanted to steal them, but he was too afraid to go alone. Yes, too afraid to go alone. But together we can take them away and hide them. Come, Gabu will lead you to the first cache. Quickly. Oh, looks like they took care of the guards. Do you have them all? Good. Lead on, Gabu. This way. What are you waiting for? We stand lookout, you take the crystals. Alright. Time is short. If you have the crystals, we should move on to the next cache. Did you hear me, brother? Brother? Aye, it's just that. I'm quite certain that crate once bore Shkardian seals. Someone took great pains to remove all traces, but enough remains to make out the pattern. See for yourself. I struggle to imagine kobolds traveling to Coerthas to obtain crystals, much less bothering to conceal their origins. I suspect these crystals were smuggled into Villebrand by another party, most likely a pawn of the Ascians, as Thancred speculated. I don't understand. Who are the Ascians? Do they worship Great Father Titan too? Ah, never you mind about that. As Alice said, we do not have a lot of time. Can you lead us to the next cache, Gabu? Yes, 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 of course. Gabu knows the way. The next one is the last and very large. Very big, very huge, very large. I think I get the picture. Apparently it's very big. I love the way they talk though. It's cute. Oh, someone took it, apparently. Though you cast about for a time, you see no sign of the crystals. I don't think me doing that's gonna help. Confound it. What about you, Teha? Any luck? Nothing, nothing, nothing. This cannot be. Gabu saw them. Spied, spotted, saw. Think, brother, think. They must have moved them, yes? The question is, where to and why? Within Gomorrah, where they summoned Titan once before and mean to do so again. It's the only explanation. What about Mother and Father and the others? We have to help them. And we will, Gabu. We will. Stay calm. We still have time. They have yet to call for the remaining crates, yes? If they had, then they would have found the other crates, the other caches empty and sounded the alarm. Nevertheless, I believe the time for stealth has passed. We must breach the navel and seize the remaining crystals. There's no other way to prevent Titan's summoning. But first, give me your crystals, that I might deliver them into Commander Bloedin's custody. We did not take them into the bowels of the mountain. Crystals, Teha, if you'd be so kind. Thank you. I shall deliver him to Camp Overlook for safekeeping and brief Commander Bloedin of this situation. Pray go on ahead. As I recall, there's an aetheryte within the old Gomorrah mines that should deliver you to the navel. Gabu doubtless knows the way. Wait for me there, and I shall join you anon. Strange. I would have thought you eager to remain in the thick of the action. But if this is what you would prefer, then Godspeed, brother. This way, this way. Okay, so this is a U-turn all the way around. And back. I take it this is the aetheryte we seek. Right then. As soon as Alphino arrives, we go. I trust you're feeling suitably heroic, Teha. There's no telling what sort of resistance we'll face in there. Quickly, you clods. Briskly, swiftly, quickly. We will not suffer any further delays. Meanwhile, lay down your arms and surrender. We have your crystals. There will be no summoning this day. Overdwellers, here? But how did you? Where are my parents, Patriarch? Where are they? Are they dead, or... They look dead. Mother? Father? Coke for the furnace. You monster, how could you? Shit, dude. They literally cooked them. We are but servants of the Lord of Crags. We are his, that he may drink of our blood and partake of our flesh, that he might draw upon the strength of his children and defend them from the tyranny of the overdwellers. No, I'll say, not yet. I understand, Patriarch, I do. Your fear, your anger, your hate. You would do anything to protect your people, anything to deliver them from despair, whatever it takes to ensure that those who threaten you can never do so again. But in your single-minded pursuit for this objective, you have brought suffering on your own kith and kin. You have sacrificed the lives of the very people you sought to protect. But it need not be this way, Patriarch. Renounce this bloody course. Cease your attempts to summon your god and work with us, together, to build a lasting peace. Another peace to be abandoned at the overdwellers' convenience? Oathbreakers, all of you. Liars, betrayers, oathbreakers. You take and you take and you take. When you have your fill, you sue for peace. You promise that this time is the last, until you grow hungry again. And then we dare to defend ourselves. You declare that this beast tribe cannot be suffered to live. That our god drains the land of Aether, and brings naught but suffering, death, destruction, suffering upon us all. I will hear no more lies from you and yours, Overdweller. You've ruined your own lands. You'll not ruin ours. I said I'd come for you, and I did. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. Oh, that's okay, Ariel. Welcome back. Say something, please. 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 Are we seriously gonna do this again? Wake up. Wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Wake up! Jesus. Seven hells. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. Alphino. Leave him to me. We must away. I mean, I can 1v1 him if you want. Oh, never mind. That's a shame. He's breathing and I don't see any injuries, but I can't seem to wake him. I mean, his heart must be absolutely devastated. By the 12, how could I be so foolish? I should have known better than to let Gabu accompany us, given what we were like to find. His anguish and despair have served to birth a primal, just as assuredly as the supplications of the faithful. Worse, being born of such tumultuous emotion, this incarnation of Titan seems incapable of naught but violence. If we have one cause for optimism, is that while many crystals were present, they represented but a fraction of the quantity intended for the summoning ritual. Meaning that Titan must be far weaker than planned. Be that as it may, he is a primal, and the longer we leave him to bleed the land of Aether, the stronger he will grow. And should Titan be permitted to leave Ogmoro, more lives will be lost. The Maelstrom will rally their troops, and the cycle will continue. Teha, you know what must be done. Will you face the Lord of Crags once more? Are we talking about... Thank you, my friend. Alice and I will tend to Gabu. When you're finished with the Primal, look for us in Camp Overlook. We will be expecting you. Here we go. Alright, I can skip all this. I've seen it all before. That one player looked like he was trying to do that on purpose. He stood right into the red. Unless it's his first time, but I don't know. Actually, no, it wouldn't, because you have to unlock the naval normal in order to unlock hard mode. Gotta wait for someone to get me out of the rock. I love the music in this fight. It is the perfect workout music, I swear. Nice. Good use of limit break. Now what? He's alive at least, but he's not talking. I feel bad for him. Ah, there he is. Did I not tell you he would return safe and sound? The deed is done then. Titan is no more. Good. There's been enough tragedy this day. He has been like that since he regained consciousness. We believe he can hear us, but he's made no attempt to respond. He's almost certainly still in shock, but we cannot discount the possibility that he's succumbed to the Primal's influence, should that prove to be the case. He must be put to death, like any other thrall. Such is the Alliance policy, yes? You have the right of it. We must not rush to conclusions. After all, we once feared that Ysael's followers were beyond reason, and many have since laid down their arms and accepted Ishgard's peace. We can but watch, wait, and pray. Hopefully he's going to be okay and not just a lost cause. Yeah, he's just a kid. It depends on like where his state of mind's at. Like, is he poisoned by the primals, or is he just not just, but obviously, but is he in shock then? There's naught to be gained from dwelling on an eventuality over which we have no control, much less one which we may never even come to pass. Let us tend to more immediate matters, informing Commander Bloyden of Titan's demise, for example. You may be certain that he will be glad of the news. Would you be so kind as to break it to him? Ah, your sight for sore eyes. When the others came back without you, I feared the worst. They said you had matters well in hand. All settled then, is it? I'm glad to hear it. Not half as glad as my men will be, believe you and me. Regardless of whether or not he was summoned properly, a primal's a primal. And there ain't a soul in the maelstrom that hasn't lost a friend to one. Don't get me wrong, like. We were all prepared to do our part. we weren't so naive as to think we'd live to tell the tale. Thankfully, of course, it didn't come to that, which, my friend, sounds to me like cause for celebration. Now, I know you have a lot of places to be, but why not stay the night? We'd be honored to raise a glass to the triumphant return of Titan's Bane. Oh no, is she gonna do it herself then?
Who goes there? Oh, it's you. Forgive me for straying from the camp. He hasn't been feeling too welcome, to say the least. I thought a change of scenery might do him good. But, alas.
I mean, he's moving with her, so he must be trustworthy of Alice to be walking with her. Like, not in a daze.
So quiet out here. The stars spread out before us, beckoning across time and space. Dawn may banish even the darkest night. How bitterly beautiful, those words. I should be stronger for all my experiences. Yet my heart aches more than ever. I never understood why Grandfather gave his life that day. I thought that if I came here, I would find the answers I needed. But when I finally laid eyes on the land he sacrificed everything to save, saw firsthand the bickering, the pettiness, I was disappointed. I was angry. I could not fathom how these people were more deserving of his love than his family, than me. Nevertheless, I had to believe he had good reason. I was determined to uncover the whole truth of the calamity and, perhaps in so doing, find my own purpose in this sea of chaos. My travels have been enlightening, but I cannot say that I have enjoyed them. I have lost count of the many petty crises that I was helpless to resolve and of the people whose actions I could not understand.
What's going on, Marty McFly? Welcome on in. Hopefully your day's going well.
There were others, of course. Good people. People with whom I felt a kinship, whose lives I could not save. I found myself asking what it was all for. Why try if I was doomed to fail in the end? But then I recalled Grandfather's words to my father, years ago, before he left Charlayan behind forever.
It's good, you're not too far from where I am. Oh, jeez. Nice. Oh, and thank you for the follow, dude. Appreciate it.
To ignore the plight of those one might conceivably save is not wisdom, it is indolence. We must all protect that which we hold most dear in the manner of our own choosing.
Yeah, in the story.
We have to try, do we not? Of course, it's one thing to try and another to do. There were times while I was tracking the warriors of darkness when I faltered, when I was afraid. But then I thought of my brother, of Urianger. Oh, pray forgive me. This conversation has been rather one-sided, hasn't it? Mayhap you could recount some of your adventures in Ishgard.
Oh, I love it. I think that Heavensward so far has been my favorite. Which, to be fair to Realm Reborn, it isn't bad either. But Heavensward really was an emotional roller coaster, to say the least. I love it. traveled far and wide with 2 companions who were very... under some rather unique circumstances. Came at last to Vani hinterlands. I guess I would be describing Estinian and Ysael's arguments a lot. Nafano and I came at last to the Dravanian hinterlands. I mean, it doesn't feel like there's a right or wrong answer here, so perfect personal preference.
Gods! They must have been at each other's throats from dawn till dusk.
Oh boy, were they. Realm End was sweet, a lot of running around in it though. Heavensward was amazing. Yeah, I agree.
I dare say you managed to keep the peace, though. Merely being in the presence of the Warrior of Light is surely enough to shame anyone into behaving.
Yeah, not always, but sometimes.
The hopes and dreams of so many rest on your shoulders, Warrior of Light. As long as the sun rises, we can but carry on, for the sake of those we hold dear.
He's got one of the crystals.
To what end dost thou cling to the tainted gifts of the Mother?
This game was my first MMO besides OSRS. My first MMO was World of Warcraft when I started playing that in 2007. And ever since, up until I would say earlier this year, late last year, I think. And then I fell in love with this game, and I couldn't stop playing it. But yeah, I've played MMOs, or 2 MMOs, and the first I've played for a long time.
Every tool has its purpose. Even this. Well, what is it?
The seeds sown in Vilbrand have been plucked from the earth and left to wither. Alas, Titan's demise sufficed not to drive the kobolds to deepest desperation.
What did the man in white have to say?
That we are to proceed as he did first set forth.
Well, that's easy for him to say. It's not his bloody world on the brink of destruction, is it?
Be thou well reminded that with an end to Ishgard's unrest, naught now remaineth to preoccupy the Scion's thoughts. And thus may they devote their every energy to thwarting thee and thine. I foresee only greater difficulties ahead.
Foresee? Are you sure you don't welcome them? I'm starting to think you might hold a candle for your old friends after all.
Pray do not mistake mine intent. I but look upon the path which lieth before us with due trepidation. Shouldst thou be of like mind, pray consider then another course. For the power to invoke the ardor belongeth not unto the Ascians alone. With thine own hand strike down thine enemy, the so-called hero who would see thy home lost to light. Do but this, and thou wouldst at a single stroke disrupt the all-too delicate balance of this realm, plunging her straightways into chaos.
You do realize what you're suggesting, yes?
To ignore the plight of those one might conceivably save is not wisdom, it is indolence. The words of my teacher, and a creed I hold close to my heart.
Very well. Draw him out. We'll make it quick.
It shall be done.
I don't like the sound of any of that. How many hours do you have in this game?
What good a creed one cannot uphold?
I can check in a minute.
What hurts soothed? What lives saved? Oh, hapless fool, what hast thou wrought by thine own hands? Minfilia, my friends, I shall not now beg your forgiveness.
I want to know why he's doing it. Why he's doing whatever he's
Deeply
doing.
though it paineth me to walk it, I shall not stray from my chosen path. As Moonbreeder remains steadfast, so too shall I.
I remember doing this a while back. What is it? Slash playtime? My playtime is 28 days, 12 hours, 2 minutes. I don't know if that's a lot or not. But to be fair, there was a lot of time in the beginning where I did mining and blacksmithing, so yeah. What ho, Tea? I trust you had a good night's rest. It was but this moment speaking with Thancred and Y'shtola via Link Pearl. They had some interesting news to share. Apparently, during the course of their respective investigations, most came across crates which had once borne Ishgardian seals. It would seem that someone in the capital has been very busy indeed. Accordingly, the Temple Knights have launched a full-scale investigation. Sir Emmerich believes that it's only a matter of time before the culprits are found, but we shall have to wait and see. In the meantime, it seems only prudent to look into the recent activities of the other tribes, in case they too are flush with Ishgardian crystals. And with that in mind, I suggest we pay Urion J another... Wait, where's Alice? She was here a moment ago with Gabu. I got hooked. I did as well. I love fishing and I loved mining the most out of the secondary jobs. I mean, I've really only done the 3 on this tune, so. But I enjoy it. I like how it's challenging to create the right objects that you want, especially if you're going for high quality on a blacksmith. And fishing, too, seems very involved. It's not just throwing bait into the water and waiting for something to shake. It's more involved than that. I did mining for only a bit. It's fun. It's a very simple, at times simple pastime for me. Because it's just knocking on rocks. But, you know, if you want the good stuff, then you have to learn how to use the powers you have efficiently. Let me guess, it's time to leave, isn't it? My apologies for disappearing again. If it's any consolation, I've already packed my things. How is he? Brother, Commander Bloeden, something tells me you're not solely out here for concern for his welfare. But to answer your question, there's been no change. He will not speak or eat. I'm not even sure if he slept. If he did, he seems none the better for it. He just shuffles about with the same expression on his face. You will look after him, won't you, Commander? And treat him with every kindness? He's still in there, I know it. Beneath the anguish and the despair, he's still fighting with all his heart. He deserves to be given that chance, until he comes back to us, until we know for certain what's become of him. Aye, you needn't worry. If he hadn't risked his neck to warn us and help you secure the better part of the crystals, this could have turned out a damn sight worse than it did. We'll not soon forget that, and nor will Maelstrom Command. I'm sorry, Gabu. I truly am. You should never have been made to... And I know I cannot possibly understand. Mayhap there's nothing I can do or say. The pain, the anger, the helplessness. Hold fast to the memories of better times. Remember them as they were. And when it hurts so much your heart feels fit to burst, let it burst. Let it burst and fill up again with your love for them, and never ever forget. Come along, little one. I will remember them, and thank you, Alice. Thank you. Oh, so he is there. He's just traumatized, understandably. Have faith, sister. Your words have reached him. In time, he will recover. And those who orchestrated these events will be made to answer for their crimes. A thousand times over, aye, there will be a reckoning. Oh, looks like we're going to be using our last Vesper Bay Aetheryte ticket. And that's that. It's about time we used them all. Didn't even see those for a long time. I mean, it's been a hot minute since I've used them, but the past 2 times I've had to, or that like what, past hour or so for this part in the MSQ, I figured why not. I've got to use them all at some point. We have heard the glad tidings from Ogmoro, my friends. By the grace of the 12 and your most valiant efforts, the people of Limsa may rest easy. I should like to think so, yes. Though we failed to prevent the Lord of Crags from manifesting, we did succeed in weakening him, enabling our friend to dispatch him before the Warriors of Darkness could make matters worse. It was by no means an unmitigated success, but it will have to suffice. Then let us speak of another matter, one which weigheth heavily on my lady's mind. As thou didst request, I sought out the Garoon oracles, that we might better understand the aims of the Warriors of Darkness. Though their copious use of allegory defieth any single interpretation, the oracles paint a most disturbing picture, one of worlds parallel to our own, apart yet linked, reduced to ruin with every umbral calamity. 7 times have they succeeded, then of 10 and 3 only 6 worlds remain. Aye, all is as my lady Minfilia spake unto thee. As for what becometh of these reflections when they and the source are rejoined, frail flesh undone in umbral fires, each bough surrendereth to her call, to flow unto the endless sea, there to endure as one and none. Then if the warriors of darkness succeed, everyone in their world will die. In essence, the verse speaketh of the renunciation of the flesh, and subsequent return to the livestream. However, this fate may yet be preferable to the alternative, for if the first were to fall into transcendent light, in the manner the warriors of darkness described, it would give way unto a void wherein none may know either life or death. Far better to die, they reason, for in death there is life. The essence of a soul which returneth unto the source may be born anew, saved. Such is at least is their belief, I surmise. I did RR without even knowing they were there. Oh no. Yeah. At least in my because I remember someone talking about their experience with the tickets and them not getting as much as I did. So I don't know, maybe at some point last year they buffed the amount of tickets you received. But yeah. That's crazy. If that's true then, gods, no one should ever have to make such a choice. Ere we speak further on this subject, I would share with thee another recent discovery. 'Twould seem that several sizable shipments of crystals have been delivered into the hands of certain Alamegan parties. Alamegans? Strange. And you believe this to be the work of the same Ishgardian smugglers who supplied the beast tribes? I know beyond the shadow of a doubt, and lest thou wonder at their motive, I would remind you that the Ascians did once attempt to bring about the summoning of Ralgar. The individuals who took receipt of these shipments are refugees belonging to a group devoted into the cause of Alamegan liberation. It may also interest thee to know that their Ishgardian suppliers appeared to be none other than the remnants of Eileen Roral's network of spies. Surely you jest, and yet it's not so surprising. Bereft of leadership and hunted by the Alliance, I can well imagine such villains being desperate enough to conspire with the Ascians, assuming they even know or care who their new employers are. All of which is irrelevant. Forgive me. We must seek out the resistance group which received the crystals without delay. Teja, Alice, will you come with me to Little Alamigo? Yes, of course. I should like to hear what they have to say for themselves, firsthand. May you ever walk in the light of the crystal. I love how Alice catches on to what's going on with him. Alphino, Alice, Teja, are you three listening? Good, I have tidings. The Temple Knights raided the smuggler's warehouse less than an hour ago. A cursory interrogation of the prisoners yielded confirmation that they were in the employ of, and I hope you are sitting down, a man in black robes. Then you have them, and the crystals too. What few remained, aye. Regrettably, it would seem they dispatched one final shipment in the hours before we struck. 'Twas bound for Little Alamigo, we were told, where it will be received by members of a local resistance group. Since Sir Emeric's men no longer have need of my services, I have a mind to head that way. As do we, by happy coincidence. We learned of the shipments but a few moments ago. Ha! And there I was thinking I might finally be one step ahead of the Warrior of Light and his little helpers. Ah, wait a moment. There's more, and I defy you not to be surprised by this revelation. The leader of the Ishgardian smugglers was formerly in the employ of one Eileen Royale, the infamous Ivy herself. Once again, Thancred, I fear I must inform you that... Thancred, with whom else have you shared this information? About the smugglers? No one. As I think I mentioned, the raid was less than an hour ago. I was planning to contact the Ishtola next. But is there someone else you would have me notify first? No, there isn't. Huh. Wait, so how did Urion J know before Thancred told anyone else? I think that's... I think... Because I was a little confused, like, why is she talking about that? But Urion J just told us something that he should not have known ahead of time, I feel like. What in the world has gotten into her? It's twice now that we have sought Yorionje's aid, and twice she has treated him as if he were a stranger. The Archon was one of Grandfather's most dedicated pupils, and spent as much time as the Levalier estate as we did. He's practically a member of the family. Truth be told, I struggle to recall a day from my childhood when I did not see the three of them laughing together. If this continues, I may have to raise the matter. Later though, little Alamigo awaits. Yeah. Looking forward to her piecing things together. I will get to the bottom of this. Oh, forgive me, it's been a long day. Did you have something to say? Urion J. Oh, I've always struggled to understand what's going on in his head, now more than ever. Listen, Teja, if anything should happen, it should be me who... Just know that I'm prepared to do what must be done. Right then. To more pressing matters. Since we have no idea when Thancred might arrive, I suggest we see what information we can gather in his absence. So to review, we are reliably informed that members of the Alamigan Resistance operating here have taken receipt of several large shipments of crystals, our task being to ascertain who and why. Given the size of the shipment, I find it hard to believe that anyone here who could be wholly unaware of the Resistance movements. The challenge, of course, will be finding individuals who are both able and willing to share such information with outsiders. It should seem sensible to divide our forces, Teja. Why don't you question the residents in the eastern half of town? Alice and I will do the same in the west, and afterwards we can rendezvous here to share our findings. Eh? The Resistance? Damned if I know. It's not as if I'd be used to any of them. Cough, wheeze! If you set store by all the tales of secret weapons, good luck to you. But I'm too old for the masked bedtime stories. This is our lot, and it's time we got used to it. Who else? Let me guess. Come to join the fight, have you? No need to deny it, friend. You're not the first to answer the Griffin's call. While he's lit a fire in every Alamigan's heart, he's also inspired more than a few Uldans to pledge themselves to the cause. And little wonder, the Garleans won't stop until we're all under the yoke. I see you there, going around asking questions. Looking for the Griffin in his blot, I'll bet. Seems they're the talk of little Alamigo these days. Folk wondering what he's about, what he's got in store for the Garleans, and what's under the mask of his, of course. Some say he's hardly got a face, what with all the scars. Others reckon he's been marked for death by the Empire, and that they'd send the Bloody Legion if they knew he was there. Snort. Your guess is as good as mine. I mean, sketchy Alamegans being sketchy. What a surprise. I suppose I should ask for what you learned, but I think I already know. The Griffin seems to be the leader of the newly formed faction within the Resistance, the Masks. Yet despite their growing popularity, no one seems to know much about them. Only that they're the most aggressively militant group to join the movement in recent memory. Indeed, many claim their commitment to the cause of Alamegan liberation is unrivaled. We can but hope their revolutionary fervor is never channeled in the direction of a primal. Though I feel confident that this is a group which received the crystal shipments, we yet lack proof. Before taking any action, I would speak with the settlement's leader to confirm my suspicions, and mayhap enlist his help while I'm about it. Given that you and Gundobald are already acquainted, mayhap it would be best if you took the lead, shall we? I don't know why I thought he was further away. I remember you, yeah. I barely ever talk to this guy. Much as it pleases me to see you again, Teja, I cannot help but wonder if I should be worried. I hear you and yours have been asking questions. The Griffin, I know of him. As do we all. He and his masks have become a leading faction within the Resistance. Though there was a suspicion at first given his secretive ways, he quickly proved himself a charismatic and capable commander. Men are drawn to his passion and his vision. They truly believe that he has what it takes to lead them to victory. Even I cannot help but admire the man for what he's accomplished. But I have not forgotten Wilred. I was blind to the danger of his ambitions, and you were not. The Griffin will soon deliver a speech to our people at the sunken temple of Karn. Go and see him with your own eyes. Weigh his words with your own heart. How convenient. 'Tis but a pity Thancred is not here to join us. You two go on ahead. I shall stay behind and wait for him. Has it begun already? I hear voices coming within it. Uh-oh.
Brothers and sisters, 20 years ago, Alamigo, our home, was claimed by the Garlean Empire. In our haste to overthrow the King of Ruin, we turned a blind eye to our foes in the north. With our glorious revolution, we but laid a path for a new tyrant to succeed the old. And when confronted with our failure, we fled. Not a day goes by that I do not think of those we left behind. Think of them and feel ashamed. And I know each and every one of you feels the same. We abandoned them, our own flesh and blood, to labor till their backs gave in and their breath gave out, building the twisted steel ramparts which now mar our once majestic mountains. We abandoned them, the brave and true, to fight and die for their country, or worse, to be conscripted and sent off to rob another poor bastard of his home. We abandoned them, the meek and powerless, to bow and scrape when the Garleans pass, to sully themselves that they might live to see another day of misery. The Black Wolf may be dead, But a new Imperial Viceroy reigns in Alamigo now. A beast, not a fraction as merciful. You all know the Eorzean Alliance will do naught to oppose him. For all their promises and platitudes, they will not act if there's no profit in it. Only we can free our brothers and sisters from the Empire's tyranny, my friends. Only we have the courage to stand and fight.
I think we can all just agree this is ill-bred, right? What was his name? Ill-bred?
They have imprisoned us. They have enslaved us. And they have murdered us. But no more! Blood demands blood, and the Garleans shall pay for every drop they have spilt upon our lands. This I promise you, for we have a power within us, my friends. A power befitting our pride, our righteousness. Only join us, and we shall grant you the means to unleash it, and together we shall see the Alamigan standard raised over the mountains of Gia Arbania once more!
A power befitting their pride. Not at all ominous, that. Wait, is that...
Hey, look who it is.
What are you two doing here?
What do you
I
mean?
could ask you the same thing.
Well, this is quite the surprise.
If you see what I see, if you feel as I feel...
Might I suggest we continue this conversation in more agreeable surroundings?
For it is not strength of arms that will win this battle, but strength of heart.
Finally, we meet up with them. Words cannot express how glad I am to see you both alive and well. And you, though it was pretty obvious you and Teja would be fine. Crystal Braves never had a realistic chance of capturing any of the Scions, divided as they were and distrusted by the better part of Eorzea. But if you truly believe that, forgive me, what exactly have you two been doing all this time? Repaying a favor. After the banquet, we had no choice but to flee Ul'dah, and we would not have been able to do so without the aid of some old friends from the Resistance. That's right, they smuggled us out of the city and sheltered us in the little Alamigo, all at great risk to themselves. Obviously, we couldn't let that go unacknowledged, so we offered to help them out of their operations for a while. When we learned of the Scion's exoneration, that Lororito had severed all ties with the Crystal Braves, and the General Roban had been reinstated, we resolved to make contact. But having long since discarded our link pearls as a precautionary measure, our options were rather limited. To make matters more complicated, we were embroiled in a delicate operation at the time, leaving me with little choice but to entrust a letter to the courier. I gather from your puzzled expressions, however, that you never received it. To be honest, we thought this might happen. While the masks are happy to let the refugees spread word within the community, they're pretty strict about communicating with outsiders. And we also heard the rumor that Griffin doesn't want us meddling in his affairs. Griffin mistrusts the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Curious. It's well known that we're no friends to Garlemald. One would think the man we saw beseeching all and sundry to join his cause would welcome our support. I should say that the man you saw was not in fact a Griffin, but an impersonator. and a talented rabble-rouser to boot. It would not surprise me if he were responsible for the majority of these public appearances. As you may have gathered, the Griffin is an extremely cautious and distrusting man, who has made every effort to conceal his identity. Even when we participated in a raid under his direct command, we were not permitted to approach him. It's hard to know what to make of all. The secrecy, the impersonators, the masks. I mean, you wear a mask as well. What? It's not like I'm making all of you wear one, and mine only covers half my face. It's completely different. Glad they brought that up. Anyway, when we heard the Griffin was due to give a speech, we thought it might be a good opportunity to get a better sense of the man behind the, For all the good it did. And now you've heard the whole of it, but tell me, what prompted you to take an interest in the Griffin? Summoning? You're not serious. I can't believe it. The Resistance would never even entertain such a ridiculous plan. But the Griffin? Well, the man is an enigma. I cannot say with any confidence that he would or would not do. What I can say, however, is that the speech we heard today was not the first to make a reference to a power capable of defeating the Empire. The masks have made many such claims of late, I confess. I had assumed it to be more a mere bluster. But the context of the shipments of which you spoke, it is not impossible they are alluding to a primal. Whatever it is, we'll find out together. And if anyone tries to stop us, they'll answer to me. Indeed, that is assuming you'll have us. Sweet. If, as you suspect, the Griffin is indeed plotting to summon a primal, we must needs obtain confirmation while there is yet time to act. To that end, I propose we question his double. Given his role in the group's de facto mouthpiece, I should not be surprised if we're one of the Griffin's closest associates. And while he may not be aware of the most sensitive details, he can probably tell us the mask's plans in broad strokes. Like the man whom he impersonates, however, he's wary of outsiders. He will not expose himself without a suitable incentive. My plan is as follows. You and Alphino will pose as adventurers fallen in hard times, inspired by his words to take up arms for a noble cause. Gira and I, as members of the Resistance, will recount tales of your past achievements, and testify as to your usefulness in the struggles ahead. With our enthusiastic assurances still ringing in his ears, he will decide to welcome you in person, and we will arrange a meeting. You will need to look the part that we might maintain the charade, until we have him cornered at least. Here, this should be enough to purchase suitable garments from Talbot, and to have him rub a respectable amount of dirt on them for good measure. Any questions? You do have the sack of guild, don't you? I better. Otherwise we fail. Hey, you wanna buy what? I don't know what you're up to, but I want no part of it. Well, you're the ones with the gill, and seeing as you're friends with Papalamo. There, tunic and slops for the both of you. Tailored and, treated to your taste. Now off with you, before someone sees us together. Pose maketh the man, as they say. Right then, I will go and change, and see you at the spot Papalamo marked on our maps. Well, look at us, a pair of down-at-heel adventurers seeking a chance to recapture past glories. Yes, this should suffice. And now we play the waiting game. I will, yeah. I'll make sure and do that next time. You know, I think the last movie I saw with you guys was some comedy about grandma.
My thanks, comrades.
I forget what it was. Like Grandma's... Oh, was it Grandma's Boy, was it? That was an interesting film. Yeah, Grandma's Boy. My thanks, comrades. Oh wait, there's voiceover, never mind.
You must be the esteemed adventurers of whom I've heard so much. I understand you have taken an interest in our cause.
You know who we are, ill-bred. You can quit the charade.
A great interest, you might say. Your words have certainly made quite an impression on my friend and I. The Resistance has long, and some would say wisely, avoided open engagements with the Garleans, but you and yours seem confident against the world in arms. I can only assume you have good reason to be so bold. Why, one might even think you are planning to summon a primal.
Alpha, no, we're supposed to keep a charade, for fuck's sake.
Because that would do much to explain the sizable shipment of crystals you recently received from your smuggler friends, whom our Ishgardian allies have since detained, lest you wonder.
Like, what was the point of me even wearing the slops? I may as well have just gone in my own armor.
I'd like to hear more about the Griffin. The real Griffin. Your performance earlier didn't fool us.
Ah, the famous scions of the Seventh Dawn. I should have known better than to think I could conceal the truth from you lot. You are right. I am not the Griffin, but I speak with his voice, and it was at his behest that we procured those crystals. You are wrong, however, if you think that we procured them to summon a primal. We used them to reach an accord with the Amalja. In exchange for crystals to summon their god, they will aid us in the fight for Alamegan liberation.
You've got to be joking. Have you gone completely mad? When people find out you helped the Lizardmen summon Ifrit, they'll turn on the Resistance. Alamigo will never be free.
This isn't a fairy tale, girl. We don't have the luxury to play at being honorable heroes.
I like how it says false Griffin now.
It's because the likes of you wouldn't sully your saintly hands that Alamigo's been under the yoke for the past 20 years. But the Griffin won't stand for it, and neither will we. We're ready to do whatever it takes.
What proof do you have of this arrangement with the Amalja?
What? Aside from a lack of crystals? None. But the beastmen have a great big pile of the things if you fancy looking. You might want to hurry, though. It'll not be long before they summon their god. Search our camp if you don't believe me. We have naught to hide.
If there is a cache to be found, Ida and I will find it.
Then
let us be off. Are you perchance the Warrior of Light?
Yeah. Have you not seen me?
Aye. I thought so. You should know that a great many who have joined us did so because you saved them. Because you showed them that one brave man can make a difference. You saved me too once. Helped a friend over in Quarry Mill make some medicine I needed. But that was a lifetime ago. On behalf of my brothers and sisters, I thank you. You gave us hope where there was none, courage and strength when all was lost. we shall not squander your gift.
I know that look, Ida, and I do not like it. You cannot seriously be contemplating taking up arms with that band of cutthroats.
I just...
If the Griffin and his men have their way, it is only a matter of time before the situation in Alamigo comes to a head. Your homeland's future teeters on a knife edge, and any reckless action, however small, could have irrevocable consequences. You mustn't lose sight of that, Ida. When the time comes, we must all make our choices, but we must do so in full possession of the facts. Now, let us away. There is work to be done.
Hopefully they don't disappear for another 2 expansions. Quarry Mill, he said. Do you remember? Forgive me. You cannot be expected to recall every name and face, and besides, it's not as if it matters. I've long admired how you live in the present, how you focus on problems at hand and always keep moving forward. So let us keep moving forward together, Teha. We must find and secure those crystals. This is no time for looking back. Lognard Lawton Cordon Bleu. Spaghetti. Again with the spaghetti. How much spaghetti? How much? Wait. Oh, this is different spaghetti. Spaghetti pescator. And spaghetti carbonara. I mean... Sure? One life for one world. If we take the Griffin's double at his word, then the crystals are now somewhere within Zaharak, ready to be put to use by the Amalja. We must apprise Alisei of all that we learned. I will join you both in Little Alamigo after I've changed. Hey, there's Thancred. Now that Thancred has finally arrived, mayhap you could share your latest findings. You mean to tell me that while we were worrying ourselves sick, Yida and Papalamo were here all along? Well, your Stola will be relieved. And also angry. Mainly angry, I should think. As for the crystals, what choice do we have? We cannot very well leave them at the hands of the Amalja. For all we know, they could be preparing to summon Ifrit even as we speak. We must make for Zaharek without delay. Agreed. If there's naught else to discuss, let us depart at once. Oh. And so they go forth in accordance with the Griffin's plan. Oh yeah, I was wondering, like, who is this? The players gather to assume their marks on a stage wreathed in flame. Ere long, the curtains shall rise, and the drama of which I am author, gods forgive me, shall at last be performed. Naught else remaineth, save to stand at the ready and pray that the chance is seized, for never shall we know its like again. Dude, I don't know what you did, or what you're about to do, but it sounds really overdramatic at this point. Well. Sorry, Thancred, we're a bit close. You think we'd be more but yeah, I mean, it's quiet. I confess I expected a warmer greeting. but we must not jump to conclusions, not until we brave the Bowl of Embers. We must be ready to engage the enemy at any moment. If you would make any final preparations, pray do so now. I shall await your signal. Oh, fuck me. What do you mean? Upon proceeding with the Bowl of Embers, several cutscenes will play in sequence. It's recommended you set aside sufficient time to view these scenes in their entirety. No, you're not allowed to do that now. That already happened. Because at the end of, whatever the hell, 3.3, they gave me that prompt, and I was like, alright, I guess I'm ready for another, set of cutscenes, and now they're doing it to me again. Hang on a second. Yeah, I'm good. Alright. This should be interesting.
This isn't right. The Emulger would never leave this place so poorly guarded.
Not willingly, no.
Oh boy.
Ah, the saviors of Eorzea. Slow as ever.
Excuse you.
By the 12. Will you never learn?
You know, you're right. Mayhap it is time for a change of tack. Killing primals, tormenting beastmen, hastening the birth of a new god. It's all a bit much, isn't it? And frankly, we don't have the leisure to do it. But killing the warrior of light, on the other hand, that would soon plunge Eorzea into chaos. One life for one world. A fair exchange. Wouldn't you agree?
No?
Lest you forget, you've more than one opponent.
Carbuncle! Defend me!
Nice catch.
I sense you will offer more than mere target practice, unlike your sister.
Alphino, do me a favor and just get rid of her. Like...
Alize!
Did I not tell you, Alphino? I am not the girl I once was. My brother was always the clever one, while my talents lay elsewhere.
Wait, her boot floats.
If you would dare to stand against us, to destroy all that we hold dear, then you shall die by my sword.
Let's finish this.
I can't wait. Let's go. I'm waiting to kick this guy's ass.
soon enough.
There's no escape!
Alright, I think I know what I need to do. I need to kill the healer first. Let me get rid of this mage, I think.
No more games!
Uh-oh. Oh, that was a fight we weren't meant to win then. Fair enough.
It ends now. What?
The chains!
You snake! You would betray us as well?
He that holdeth fast unto his convictions shall never count betrayal amongst his crimes, though all the world may call him villain. My path is unchanged, my creed sacrosanct. This I believe with all my heart.
Wow.
But say, warrior of darkness, and speak true, what dost thou believe? That rendering up the souls of thy world in service to the rejoining will grant it salvation? Nay.
By the 12! Oriange!
Welcome to the end of Realm Reborn, Alphino.
Mine apologies, Master Alphino. That the brightest light might shine, duty did compel me to walk in darkest shade.
You sweet fool. I was almost willing to believe you had turned against us. I expect a full explanation when this is over. For now, may I assume you have turned your cloak for the last time?
Thou mayest, my lady. By thy leave.
Even odds then. No matter. We'll crush the lot of you in one fell swoop! Understood.
Hearken to me. We only have one chance.
I like her
Channel
sword.
your ether into my blade that I might strike before the mage casts his spell.
Right.
I cannot do it alone, but together we can defeat them.
Nodders, nodders.
Make ready! They come!
Oh, am I meant to give me your Aether? Am I bugging out? How do I do that? I forgot. Oh wait, am I? Oh, okay. I don't know. Oh wait, should I? No, that's not it. Oh, am I supposed to do it like this? Girl, how? How do I do it? How am I supposed to channel? How do I channel? Like this? Or like this? Girl, believe me, I would love to give you my Aether, but channel Aether into her blade. Yeah, alright. Oh, I gotta get to them and then interact with. Well, this is gonna be a failure. This is gonna be. It doesn't work because they keep interrupting me. That's what it is. Right. Big fat brain fart on my end. We'll get to it. Okay. Alright. No? No good? Can I channel onto her sword? Okay. Oh my god, it looks like I keep clicking her, but not the thing that I should be.
The ether! It's not enough!
You mustn't channel so much at once. What do you want me to do? Where? Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, let's try that again. No, don't give me easy mode. Get out. Where is she? The ranger. Oh.
Hurry it up, neighbor. Crush you.
Oh my god. I know.
blade, I banish the darkness.
No. Not like this.
Alright, first try. Let's just say that was first try.
Alize, are you hurt?
A touch dizzy, but otherwise fine. Thank you.
And there you have it. Our friend is too stubborn to die.
We are far from finished. Or have you never considered how we came to this world?
Crystals? You mean, like the Ascians?
Just so. As the Ascians flee unto the rift twixt planes with crystals of darkness, so did these warriors come hither with crystals of light.
Eloquent, as always. Aye, like the Ascians, we too are beyond death. You cannot defeat that which is eternal.
Wait! Such methods as the Ascians employ require the renunciation of the flesh. You would have had to...
At long last, you see. To save our world, we gave our lives. We were just adventurers trying to make our way. An odd job here, a favor there. We never aspired to be warriors of light. But word of our deeds spread, and soon people were calling us heroes. They placed their hopes and dreams on our shoulders, and bid us fight for all that was good and right. We fought. And we fought, and we fought, until there was no one left to fight. We won! And now our world is being erased from existence. We did everything right! Everything that was asked of us, and still it came to this! You of all people should understand. We will not falter! We brought our world to the brink of destruction, and now we must save it.
I've died before, Arbet. I'm not afraid to die again.
No matter how many times we fall, we must rise and carry on the fight for those we left behind.
Well, they have all of it. I think.
To have known the depth of sorrow and embrace the highest sacrifice. Nonetheless, Master Louis-Sois, guide my hand, I pray you, as fate's thread spinneth upon this most capricious spindle. Quickly! Thou must needs invoke the power of thy crystal.
What is this place?
Such pain. Such sorrow. Oh, my dear children.
It can't be.
Mother Heidelin, hearken unto your children's plea. From two worlds do we gather, and from two worlds do we offer a bounty of light. In this desperate hour we do beseech your intercession. We beg an audience with the word of the Mother, with your chosen Minfilia.
Your cries go not unheard, nor your sacrifices unnoticed. Though many are lost, there are those we can yet save, whom I can yet save.
Minfilia.
Blessed children of the First, the light of your world hath grown blinding in its radiance, but it is not yet absolute. I will hie me to your world, and there take unto myself the light which riseth even now to drown it, as darkness once did drown another.
Now you deign to answer our prayers? I will suffer this farce no longer!
As the Ascians must serve as instruments of Zodiark's will, so too must others carry out the will of Heidelin. But for the boon you have granted her, she has grown strong enough to set me free, that I might serve as her emissary. Your suffering, your sacrifice, your supplications, she has heard all. We will not let the first fall to light. Thank you, Urianger, for bringing everyone here. It fills my heart with joy to look upon the faces of my friends once more.
In taking you unto her bosom, I knew that Hydaelyn had bequeathed to you a sliver of her grace, granting you strength long sought. And in treating with the Ascians, I learnt of a star like unto our own, a doomed world of fallen heroes, in whom I glimpsed ourselves, the first. Full long did I search for a means to save this world, concluding at the last that the answer lay in the power of blessed crystals. And thus did I labor to set light against dark. Yet I knew from the beginning that this salvation would not come without sacrifice. For the instrument of the first's deliverance would of necessity be required to journey thither, there to remain, mayhap forever.
You orchestrated all of this, not to save her, but to send her away!
One life for one world. Such was the bargain, and you the coin, though it were not mine to spend.
Have we not walked together in the light of the crystal, and at her bidding borne witness to the joys and sorrows of this land? Each and every one of you knows my heart. If this be the price I must pay, I pay it gladly.
You would go alone, then?
My dearest Thancred, you who have ever watched over me, I am truly grateful for all you have done on my behalf, as would my father be. Your kindness, your compassion, your love. These are your gifts to me, and our gifts to them, forming a bond which transcends time and space.
Sometimes I forget you are not the child I once knew. Make me proud.
Long have I watched you from Hydaelyn's side, watched as you nurtured and kept safe the light of the dawn. The dark recesses of the world hide untold secrets and dangers. Thus do I entrust to you, Tupsimati. I pray you, keep to the path that you may never have need of it.
Twould seem the power of our crystals is all but spent. Perhaps, if there is naught else to be done.
Hear me, servant of Hydaelyn. If you would have us place our trust in you, then I would ask a favor. Take us with you. Take us home. We were blind to the truth once, so I tell you this, as one fool to another. Light, dark, it doesn't matter. What matters is how you choose to use them. We made our choice and you see what came of it, so please, forge a different path. Seize a better fate.
It is a strange feeling. So many times have I watched you depart, my heart filled with worry. And ever did you return to me in triumph. Someday, when I have found a way to free this star from her sorrow, I promise you I shall repay the favor.
I wonder if she knows.
Thank you, Lemine, for everything.
Damn. Seemed that we were in southern Thanalan again. Minfilia is doing no doubt. May the 12 speed her on her way, and the Warriors of Darkness too. Can I help but wonder what awaits those wayward souls? But if they gave their lives in order to travel to the source, then in returning to the first, would they not? But mayhap that was their wish. Forgive me, my thoughts were elsewhere. And this, when I know full well there's yet work to be done. The crystals. Leave them to me. I will go back to Zaharak and secure them. The Amalja will still be in disarray after thrashing the Warriors of Darkness gave them. They're not like to notice a lone bard skulking about. But Thancred, you don't have to do this, I know. But I want to. I will see you at the Rising Stones. I should go and find Yida and Papalamo. They must have finished searching the masked camp by now. Not that it matters anymore. You must be tired, Teha. I know I am. If thou wilt permit me, my lady, I would ask a question. When didst thou become aware of mine independent pursuits? When I saw you meeting with that warrior of darkness and the Asian in white at the great library. I tried not to think the worst. You've never been one to confide in others. So I knew that even were your intentions pure, you would not share your plans with us until you felt our time was right. But I cannot deny that a part of me feared you had simply betrayed us. Would that there had been another way. I know that I took no pleasure in deceiving thee, and that these sins will forever weigh heavy on my heart. I understand why you did what you did. That you but sought to achieve the greatest good while inflicting the least harm. Not many would have the courage to make that choice. But even knowing what came of your actions, I find that I cannot condone them. I'm sorry. Teha, forgive me, but I believe the events of the day have taken their toll on me. I should like to rest for a while. If thou wilt grant me leave, I would gladly escort thee unto a refuge of thine own choosing. Once my lady hath regained her strength, we shall join thee at the rising stones. Until then, warrior of light. Oh, I'm all the way down here. May as well teleport. That was wild, man. For the short time we knew them, it seemed like they had somewhat of a noble cause, but were going at it really messed up like. Ah, there you are. We finished our search, in case you were wondering. I have yet to tell them what happened to Zaharak. I thought it best to do so together. Well met, Teha. Alphino said you'd be joining us. It would seem the Griffin's double was telling the truth. Insofar as we found nothing resembling a sizable cache of crystals in the masked camp, did you perchance find one in Zaharak? Actually, I don't believe it. The crystals, Minfilia, all of it. It's just, I don't know what it is. I sympathize, Ida. Even now I struggle to comprehend that which I saw. The only thing I can say with any certainty is that I feel blessed to have been granted a final chance to speak with her. It was bittersweet, aye, but also affirming. Alphino, I believe it is past time Yida and I rejoined the Scions. We have been away for far too long. Though I am loath to leave the Griffin into his own devices, I feel our investigation would benefit from your more dispassionate perspectives. And I hope that we might in turn offer our own opinions on the many challenges that you have faced in our absence. God, it's been absolutely ages, hasn't it? I can't wait to hear about everyone's adventures. We should be glad to recount them, and Tataru's tales may well surprise you. Yida! Yida! Rhalgr be praised, it is you! Yida, alive and standing here before me in the flesh. I can hardly believe my eyes. Oh, come now, has it really been so long you don't remember me? It's Gundobald. I fought up beside your father in the revolution. Oh. Do not think less of her, friends. It's been 20 years since the occupation sent us our separate ways. But the resistance were always welcome in Little Amigo. They gave us hope, and young Yida most of all. Aye, Yida here was always full of fire. Ever the first to volunteer for a mission, until the day she up and vanished, that is. There were rumors, and we feared the worst, but here you are, alive and well, looking nary a day older. What can I say? I'm sorry for running off like that and making you all worry. It's a long story, but you see, I got involved with my friends here, the Scions. Oh, sorry, we were still the Circle of Knowing back then. Right. Anyway, I wanted to come back and tell you, but it was all very secretive stuff at the time, and as you can see, I'm completely fine. I know we've got a lot to talk about, and we will, but right now I've got to hurry back to our headquarters. My friends are expecting me. Pray forgive her. It's been a very long day for us all. I promise we will visit again at the first opportunity. Let us return to the Rising Stones. Hells take me for giving you that mask. She's got some secrets. Well, this has been a night. Oh, what are these guys gonna talk about? Yeah, they've returned. Wow, the way he danced just then. Huzzah indeed. Yeah, she knows. Yeah, true. But Ilberd is, like, literally in Alamigo, I feel like. Welcome home, Teha. I trust your journey was uneventful. You'll be pleased to hear that Thancred has secured the crystals. He sent word a short while ago. Once he's delivered them safely into the Temple Knight's care, he will rejoin us here. We can declare this matter officially resolved. While awaiting your arrival, I took the opportunity to contact the Y'shtola and Krael and briefed them on all that's occurred. I also requested that they return to the Rising Stones at the earliest convenience. Now that our lost friends have been found, it would seem meet to discuss the future. Boy, ain't that the truth. There's a lot to talk about.
Back in the Solar. It's been too long since we were all together like this. Not since after Moonbraider.
Much has changed since then. We ourselves, most of all.
Though not all who were lost could be gathered here today, we may take comfort in the knowledge that those who are not are carrying on the fight.
While I am grateful to our friends in the north for their hospitality, it isn't half good to be back.
But, as Papalima rightly said, much has changed since we last stood here. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn are not as they once were, nor should we be. Our travels in the north brought us into contact with a host of fine and generous people, and their selfless deeds serve to show me that it is not lofty causes that should inform our actions, but our hearts. And I hope that the Scions might continue in this manner, as individuals driven by individual principles. Provided we all sincerely desire to work towards Eorzea's salvation, I believe the paths we follow to achieve it need not, and should not, be dictated by any single ideal.
Companions bound by a common purpose, free to go whither they will. The idea is not without merit. Very well. I shall resume my research of the primals and the elder gods of Eorzea. Should anyone have need of my findings, you need only ask. I should be glad of your continued assistance.
Well, my main purpose in coming here was to see the signs of the Seventh Dawn restored and my dear friend found. Nevertheless, having involved myself in your struggles, I feel compelled to see them through to the bitter end. For Minfilia's sake. That is, if there are no objections.
You will always be welcome here, Krael.
Urianger, can we trust you to carry on your investigation of the Ascians as before?
Regardless of mine own desires, I am undeserving of your trust. having so villainously deceived you all.
Now, I'll hear no more of that. 'Twould be disrespectful of Minfilia's wishes. She entrusted matters here to us, that we might protect this star and understand the truth which hides at her heart. Mayhap I can handle the former, but I think you far better suited to the latter. No?
Very well. Then out of love for my Lady Minfilia and Moonbreeder both, this shall be my solemn charge.
Papalimo and I should probably return to Thanalan to keep an eye on the Resistance. There's still the matter of the Griffin and the Amalja, not to mention the new Imperial Viceroy. That little lot must be worthy of our attention, right?
And what will you do, Alize?
Everyone just looked at her and just moved on. It's like, anyways.
You know I have no great love for organizations and formalities. That being said, this new approach you propose is not wholly objectionable, and we've always got him to keep us from bickering. But I will suffer no titles. I am not here for House Leveilleur, nor to walk in Grandfather's shadow.
Upon that point, we see eye to eye. If it please you, you may think of me as but another comrade in arms.
Well then, Alfie, I for my part shall see to the paperwork and the finances with my characteristic aplomb.
As usual.
I will not have it any other way, Tataru. And we mustn't forget you. What now for the Warrior of Light?
I may as well actually say something. Imagine if you heard my voice. A new adventure, what else? The road goes ever on. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I know there are expansions beyond this, but I technically don't know my next adventure. Even though I am an adventurer. The road goes ever on. The strive for those we have lost, for those we can yet save. I'm gonna choose that third option. Because I feel as my character, I'm getting a bit wary. But I'll keep going. Because it feels like the right thing to do.
Indeed.
The path behind us was fraught with hardship, and the path before us will be no less unforgiving. But a new dawn shall break over the realm, and I see before me the faces of those who will deliver it.
There it is. I hope I don't regret this. I thought you went back to Thanalan. Same as it ever was. No, not really, but... Champion of squat. Yeah, you'd never guess, eh? Oh my god. She's still having fantasies about having a threesome with Orchard and what's his face? And Hori and Orchard Beholder. Focus on your training, girl. The thirst ain't worth it. Trouble in paradise, eh? Yep. I want to believe that she laughed just exactly as I did. That's funny though, that she's still on about them. See, it does a small but lingering benefit that their dialogue changes every so often. I mean, for all I know, it could be every time a major story beat happens, you know? And it feels good. I love that about this game. Look at them, Teha. The scions of the 7th dawn. Look how far we've come. The people we've met, the moments we've shared, the losses we've suffered, the tragedies we've overcome. All of it has made us who we are today. Where we go from here and what the true future holds, only the 12 know. But I know that we'll find out together.
One world's heroes are another world's villains. One world's loss, another world's gain. Where men go as one, there is life. And where there is life...
Yeah, that's nice. That's a nice scene.
My friends, if I may, I would ask that you entrust Tupsimati to me. Clouds gather upon the horizon, and as Master Louisoix's disciple, I would keep it close at hand. Thank you. I shall guard it well. There is cause to hope. For every ending, every parting, marks a new beginning.
Well done, brother. You may resume your normal duties and rejoin the others. The coming battle shall be our greatest yet, and I intend to stand with you all on that glorious day. True believers are so readily led. I've given them everything they desired, for all for which they have prayed. I doubt you can say the same for your pawns. Get what you wanted then. Was it all worth in the end? There was some unexpected developments, but they were ultimately to our advantage. Be it host to a surfeit of light and dark, a world bereft of equilibrium is but a void in waiting, and a void is of no use to my master. I shall follow her emissary with great interest. As for the pawns whom you so pity, they have delivered unto me a gift, which I do now present to you. Really? The eyes of Nidhogg. Many were the candidates considered, but by your deeds, you have proven yourself the most deserving. Man of boundless rage and bottomless despair, in whose breast beats a heart which thirsts for vengeance. Only you are fit to wield those eyes, for weal or for woe. I mean, technically he's right. But still, what? So it was here all along. Man, haven't seen you in a hot minute. Jesus. Oh, just you wait, my pretty. You and I are gonna have so much fun. Oh. He looks better than I last remember him, I believe. No retreat, no surrender. Told her everything that happened. She needed to know, and I thought it would be best if it came from me. Oh, there was more. It's strange to think back on the circumstances of our first meeting. We were all so very young, so foolish, so powerless. In that moment she departed this realm for the first, I heard her speak to me. I know this to be true, just as I know that she will one day return to us. In those final moments she was smiling, was she not? She was proud and hopeful and looking to the future. So I will too, Teha. I will. So, surrender of souls. I wonder, where am I now then, right? Yeah, that would be nice, actually. Hori ever the talker. He's just a droning robot just spitting out story arcs and lore to Papalamo. What? But I have a precocious sibling too, and I'm sure she'd be happy to join us. Oh god. Yeah, Clemens, no. As if you wouldn't try to get rid of me at the first opportunity. Don't you drag me into this mess. That's actually hilarious. Trying to get a threesome by pretending to want a foursome.